Welcome to the present. A day after the unfortunate Arsenal from the UEFA Champions League quarterfinal match against Bayern second leg. Unfortunately, we were dumped out or crashed out yesterday. It's a sad day for a lot of Arsenal fans. I understand a lot of Arsenal fans are going to be angry, disappointed, livid. I get it. I am, but it is what it is. I've seen a lot of commentary, a lot of trolling from the opposition fans, which is normal. It's part and parcel of sportsmanship, right? Your positions are going to troll you, they're going to stick it in. You have to take it because we too, as Arsenal fans, we do it sometimes to other people. So if they do it to us, you just have to take it. It comes along with territory. Yes, an impromptu live. Supposed to get a live yesterday, but I had some technical difficulty. But I tried to sort out this morning, so I'm doing this impromptu live. So if you're watching the playback, I'll be kind enough to strike the like button and subscribe. If you subscribe, I would duly appreciate that. Talking about yesterday's match, I already made an instant reaction yesterday regarding how I felt about the match. The first half, we did a bit well. The second half was almost the semblance of what we saw against what's it called, Aston Villa at the weekend. It's unfortunate, guys. I get it. We're all disappointed, but we just have to keep it moving. The season is not yet over totally. They see hope, a glimmer. Yes, I understand it's a glimmer of hope in the Premier League. Now that Man City is out, they too are going to focus on Premier League. A lot of narratives are being pushed out there. Arsenal always bottle it at this time of the season. If you want to go with that narrative, I'm not stopping you because I understand. Even to the last 3 years that they claim a bottled it, there were significant injuries that affected our season. This time, let's see how we're going to react to it. We're all disappointed. I get it. We're all angry. I get it. But it has not been a horrible season so far. There's still a glimmer. I'm not saying for sure we're going to win the Premier League. There's still a chance. And some of you so say in the last 3 matches, Bayern at home, 2-2, lost to Aston Villa, 2-0, and we lost yesterday to Bayern away 1-0. We've not won any matches. I get it. It is not over. It is not over. Let's see what we can actually get. I get it. We are disappointed, but it has been a progressive season in relative terms. Because some of you want things to be black and white. What most of you don't use nuances and context to have conversations. I understand if the opposition fan don't want to apply context into this conversation because they do not have to show you grace. I get it. They have to show you grace. But as Arsenal fans, you have to think for yourself and show some grace. And I'm not saying you should not be critical of the team. Can we do better? Yes. But for me, we're shouting Saka, Saka, Saka. Before I go there, let me read some of the chat. Shout out to Frederick ACN. Good morning, bro. Been a while. I told you that guys should calm down. There's still a possibility to go trophyless. Yeah, you said it. There's a possibility. I understand that in hindsight it's very lucrative. But at that time, nobody could predict this future because that's how we're playing well. So analyzing hindsight, can we show a bit of grace when analyzing hindsight? Because everybody becomes intelligent in hindsight. The intelligent people are people that see in foresight. I'm not throwing no shade on you, Mr. Essien. I'm just trying to give a logical pushback to what you're saying. Everybody's intelligent analyzing from hindsight. The smarter people in my book, or which is logical, analyzing foresight. So analyzing hindsight. Now, I understand that there are some fans who are always analyzing in hindsight in bad faith, and there are some fans who are projecting bad faith on the team because it's more lucrative to have bad faith. A lot of people are milked yesterday. A lot of streamers, a lot of YouTubers are making a lot of money when Arsenal lose or draw because that is when the trolling starts. Arsenal is a cash cow. So as Arsenal fans who love the team for what they do, we need to simmer down. The team has progressed. You cannot change my mind at the fact that we have made some progression this season. Now, do we need to add a few quality players in certain positions? Like I mentioned yesterday, even though I made that stream a while ago after 10 games because I was watching Rice. I love Rice as a DM that is defensive, but he doesn't offer us anything creative when likes of Odegaard and the other eight are marked. And we saw yesterday. I watched the match earlier this morning to actually make sure I am not just overreacting. Rice for me, one of the acquisitions that some of us might regret having. Now, I know the English fans will not like it because they always try to overly embellish the quality of Rice. Defensively, it's good. offensively, I've never seen a team that is so bland and still that doesn't add any creativity to the team. There's a reason why when Partey played that position, Saka played better, Martinelli played better. Suddenly that we have Partey be missing for the bulk of the season, Saka and Martinelli are struggling. I'm not saying Saka and Martinelli should not be held responsible for how they are playing, but sometimes there can be external influences that are making Saka and Martinelli not be as productive as they used to be. And I'm sorry, Rice is not doing a good job offensively when he has the ball because he has the ball. Our DM has the ball most of the time. What is he doing with the ball creatively? Nothing. Sided passing, for me, is an overrated Elneny. He's an overrated Elneny. I have some few chats. Let me just read some of the chats while I continue my unhealthy, seemingly unhealthy rants. I have a very serious issue with Arteta this season. His rotation has been terrible this season. The matches that were destroying teams, we should have taken out some players. How, Mr. Explain how. Rotation this season, a lot of us were clamoring for why is Tomiyasu not playing? Why is Tomiyasu not playing? Why is he playing Zinchenko and Kivio? We saw why in first 20 minutes. We saw Tomiyasu is clearly not very fit. Yesterday, we saw it doing splits. We saw Tomiyasu doing some splits yesterday because he's not fully fit. So let's sometimes, if you're not privy to certain information, don't be so bold to make statements you do not know the full information and the full context. We were shouting, why is he playing Tomiyasu? I keep on saying there must be a reason why he wasn't playing Tomiyasu. And we saw it yesterday. The first 20 minutes, Tomiyasu was doing splits because he's not fully fit. Now, did he grow into the game? Yes, that's a justification of why sometimes Arteta doesn't do certain rotations. You are calling for rotation. We saw Smith Rowe come against Aston Villa. What did he do in the last 20, 15 minutes? He came on for Odegaard. Because we are always shouting, rotate. If you rotate and you lose certain matches, some of you will change your tone again and criticize the manager. You cannot be flip-flopping, guys. You cannot be flip-flopping. And if you do not have the full context of the situation, or you don't know the full information, I think it's unfair to just rip into managers. I think it's grossly unfair and sometimes irresponsible as fans who do not know the full information to talk boldly on certain things we don't know. I think it's very unfair. Arsenal best team in years couldn't beat Bayern, the worst team in years. It shows we need to up our level and be better mentally prepared. Yeah, I somehow agree to that. I think yesterday's game was that the midfield and the attack didn't do their job. The defense for me did their job, even though we considered that goal. I think yesterday, attacking wise, we were toothless. You see, when we need to impose our game in the midfield, especially when Rice was getting majority of the ball to do something, he was clueless. I'm not trying to run a smear campaign on Rice. Get the information right. I'm not running a smear campaign on Rice. I've seen it this season. I've been watching intentionally to make sure I am not seeing a mirage, to make sure I am not over-analyzing. And I'm saying it right now. I've been saying it before. Rice acquisition. Yeah, nah, hell no. We made the wrong acquisition. He is not that guy. We need to get on our midfielder. Rice is not that guy. I'm sorry, guys. Rice is not that guy. Absolutely, he's not. He doesn't have it. Now, defensively, he has it. But when he has the ball, because in a modern game, even look at Rodri. He's a DM, but he has some creative habits. Busquets, DMs, Zubimendi, DM, they have creative habits. Fafana, DM, they have creative. But Rice is absolutely just blonde. He does the sided passing, the safe passing. Even Xhaka had better creative passes than Rice. Hence why we are missed. That's why I'm looking at that. Yes, Saka has been poor. Yes, Martinelli has been poor. But if you look at the key reason why they are poor and extremely poor, is because when Rice has the ball, you can't find these guys. When I'm seeing Martinelli make some runs, I'm seeing Saka make some runs, they are not getting the ball. Especially when you see Odegaard trying to get into spaces, there is no in between the line passes from Rice because he cannot do it. And it's affecting the team. But people are turning a blind eye because it's England and because it's Rice. And we bought it for 100 million plus pounds. I don't care. If it's not good enough, I don't care if you bought it for 200 million. If it's not good enough, we've made a mistake. A mistake is a mistake. He is not that guy. He is not that guy. Arsenal need new players, left back, athletic midfielder to replace Jorginho and Partey, creative attacker, and a solid striker. I think the left back situation, Timber can come back once he's back fully fit. I think Timber can do a job there better than the options we have right there. I think we need a replacement for Jorginho and Partey, definitely. And in my opinion, and for Rice, we've made a mistake. Now, I understand the finances might be hard, but I'm not saying we cannot still use Rice certain games. But I don't see Rice in majority of games anymore. He's not that guy. I'm sorry, he's not. He's not that guy. He doesn't have it. He does not have it. Yes, their games that Rice looked good this season because Odegaard and the other guys were doing their job or were scoring quickly, and those guys are not as good as Rice. When you start playing the likes of Bayern, Real Madrid, right? When all your 10 players have to be good on the ball and have to be at a certain level, it shows that Rice is not that guy. See, guy, watch him. Watch him. Because I had a conversation with Mr. Fosa a few months ago. I'm sure if Mr. Fosa is in the chat, he will let you know. Even as a 6, come on, so Messi is a 6. Rodri is a 6. Do they play as blonde as Rice? Watch them. Let's be fair. Your 6 has to, because sometimes when you're marking your 8 and your 10, your 6 has to be creative. Okay, let's even use our example within the team. Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is a 6. How come he knows how to give in between line passes? He can drive into spaces. He can drop a shoulder. He can beat one or two men rather. But Rice can't do that. He can't. He's not creative with the ball. He's so blunt with the ball. He looks for the safe passes. He can't even find Odegaard in between the lines. And we've seen it consistently, but we turn a blind eye to it because we bought him for 100 million plus. So we don't want we don't want the opposition to troll us. I'm sorry. The truth is the truth. He is not that player. We need to replace him. Now, if you cannot replace him, for me, he's a defender. Rice is better as a defender. I'll play him as a defender. As a midfielder, absolutely hell no. Rice is part for the 6th position, but not 8. This is why I blame Arteta for spending 700 million, and we still lack clutch players in key areas. The team is obviously lacking in number 8. I will not say 6. I just say I understand you saying 6. Even just look at the modern game. You cannot carry no liability, no passenger. Even in the modern game, Rice as a 6 would do good as a lower cadre team, right? It will do good at a West Ham that came from. But when you are going to play in Europe or play the likes of Man City at the top level, teams at the top level, Rice is not a good DM. He's a good defensive DM. But in the modern game, your DM needs to knows how to. He has to know how to carry the ball and pass in between the lines. Rice can't do this. He can't. The reason why Saka and Martinelli are falling off badly, that we are overly criticizing them, is because Rice is not giving these guys the ball once they make those runs. Partey is to easily find Martinelli and Saka easily because he can do it. Because one of the guys is marked and shackled, our DM could actually find those players. But we have a DM right now. When the guy is shackled or the 8 is shackled, he can't do it. He just a safe passer of the ball. And that's why I don't like people counting corners as assists. I can't be counting corners as assists because their statistics that make him look better than he is. I've been saying it. He is not that creative guy. How can you count corners corners are lotteries? How can you count corner as assists? Are we this desperate? That's why I do not enjoy certain statistics because it's just overly embellishing and just causes all kinds of chaos and overrating of players. So for me, it's time for us to actually find another 6 and get another 6. I'm sorry. It's an expensive mistake, but like I said, he can still be a defense. He's a defender. He can play in the defense. He will be an alternative in the defense. But as a midfielder, DM, I don't want to say Rice for certain games. Maybe if you are playing the Sheffield United, maybe you are playing the lower cadre teams, you can play him there. But if you are playing the European teams that we're playing in the next few years, if you maintain this level, I'm sorry, he's not that guy. He's not that guy. A left back and also wingers to give like Saka and Martinelli healthy competition. I understand that Saka and Martinelli need to be kicked up the bomb to know that they are not always going to be first choices. But if you watch the games, I know Martinelli and Saka have not performed to the optimal level they showed us last season. Some of us say they are being double marked, or they are not just pulling their weight. But if one more time, go and watch some of our matches intentionally, you'll see they are making runs, but they're not being found. And when they are being found is when they're being double marked. But those days, Partey finds Saka and Martinelli before they get double marked. When they are running between channels, they're getting the ball as quick as possible. But these days, they're not getting that ball anymore. They are not getting that ball because we have a defender playing as our DM. We have a staunch defender playing as a DM. He's not a midfielder. He's a defender. It is what it is. Arteta's problem is not a substitution, but his game management. Must play Havertz full 90 minutes. Why not bring on Partey? See, we sometimes, shout out to Wisdom Ogodu, we should know by now. I was a question. I remember when I made the stream yesterday, I was saying it. Arteta is not a stupid manager. He wants to win. Guys, please strike up the like button, please. If you're just coming in, please strike up the like button. Arteta wants to win. And we saw it yesterday. We were all shouting, why is not playing Tomiyasu? Why is not playing Tomiyasu? We saw it yesterday in the first 20 minutes. Tomiyasu is clearly not fit. He's clearly not fully fit. Why is not playing Partey? He's clearly not fully. I saw the last few minutes when Partey played the last game. He looked like a guy that his legs are gone. So there's a reason why he's not playing Partey, because he can see that Partey is not fully fit, or Partey has regressed massively. The game has gone faster than Partey. We saw Partey had a minor surgery. He has played just 4 games this season. There is a reason why he's not playing Partey, because Partey is not fit. He won't just leave Partey out if Partey was fit. Partey is one of our best midfielders, so it's obvious that Partey is not fit. And for Tomiyasu, we're shouting, why is he playing Zinchenko? We saw yesterday, right, that Tomiyasu struggled for the first 20-25 minutes before he developed into the game. Even some of you say that he didn't even play at his normal level for the full 90 minutes. We could see it yesterday that Tomiyasu is not fully fit. So it's not about game management. It's about the quality of players you have. And we've suffered significant injuries this season. We saw Fabi Vieira. He has been out. He had a surgery. He has come back. Maybe he's not fully fit too. These managers want to win. And they watch these players all the time. If you have your criticism of Arteta, right, it has to be objective. You can't just be blindly criticizing Arteta because you do not have the full scope of the information you might need to have to criticize him. I'm not coming here to come and blindly defend Arteta. No. I'm like, sometimes you look at why is he not playing certain players. There must be a sensible reason why he's not playing certain players. I really do not care how we put it, honestly. Havertz is not good. It's not a good. I disagree with you. No, you are not going to do that. Wisdom, I like you, but we are not going to do that. Let's stop scapegoating because it's easy target. I'm not going to scapegoat Kai Havertz because it's easy target. Because without this Kai Havertz, you want to scapegoat right now, you are not in a title race. Your titles have been long gone. A lot of you will not be shouting whatever you want to shout this time. Let's not do that. Let's stop looking for easy targets when we are angry. Trossard missed a glorious chance at the weekend. No, I'm not saying Trossard being criticized. No, I'm not saying being criticized. Saka has been struggling this season. Nobody criticizes Saka. Oh, who is easy target? It's Zinchenko. Let's criticize him. Kai Havertz. Let's stop it. Come on, let's not do what AFTV, Kodisha, and Turkish like to do. Like, we can think for ourselves. Let's use our wisdom. Like, without Kai Havertz, that you want to jump on immediately. Now, we are not in a title race. So let's stop it. I am not buying this. I'm not falling for this. What like, your party not fit enough. It's not durable enough. What's his name? Jesus not fit enough, not durable enough. Kai Havertz has been consistent. See, the first rule is availability. I don't care how talented you are. If you don't have availability, you have nothing. If you do not have availability, you have nothing. What does Kai Havertz bring? Availability and quality. He might not be aesthetically pleasing to what you want, but don't scapegoat him because it's the easy target for you to scapegoat. Let's not do that, please. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Now, come on. Every small thing, it's Kai. Let's look for a scapegoat, Kai Havertz. Every small thing, let's look for Zinchenko. I'm not saying Zinchenko the best player. We can improve on those kind of players. Or Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz might not be your marquee signing, but it is not the reason why we are struggling. I mentioned a few players who are clearly part of the reason why we are struggling. Nobody talk about it because they are your favorite. I don't have any favorite. I'm looking for objectivity amongst our players, and I want our players to win. And if you don't want to do that, it is what it is. It is what it is. Come on, Kai Havertz. This small thing, Kai Havertz. Honestly, stop it, wisdom. Stop it. Nah, stop it. Any small thing is Kai Havertz. What was Kai Havertz yesterday? Did they give him the ball and he missed glorious chances? Right? Is it him? No, I'm tired of the lazy blaming game of if something gets wrong, who is the next scapegoat we can actually point at? No, let's not do that. I'm not buying that. So we're all disappointed of yesterday's loss. Now all the focus will be on the Premier League. Can we salvage something this season? I don't know. If we salvage something, I'll be happy. Now Man City is out, Arsenal is out, so both teams are going to focus on the Premier League. It's going to be the 3-horse race in Premier League, and let's see what we can do. For me, if some of you want to call it a horrible season, I can't stop your opinion. It's your personal opinion. I can't stop it. It's not a horrible season. That's been a progressive season. We just need to dust up ourselves, make a few quality signings this summer. So players need to go make some decent sales and restructure the team. This team is not bad defensively. We are still good. We just need to add 2 midfielders, a striker, and a winger, and let's see where we can go from there. And sell some of the players who are constantly injured, who are not providing any quality to this team. The likes of Partey needs to go. The likes of Jorginho, I was thinking maybe we can keep on 1 or 2 years, but I think we have to be ruthless this time. Jorginho, Partey, Elneny, Cedric out, Smith Rowe, I'm sorry, even though there's quality, but it's very inconsistent. Smith Rowe out. We need to, in Nketiah, Reece Nelson, sell these players, Ramsdale, and bring in at least 4 quality players who have availability and quality. Availability and quality that we are looking for. Now, the Rice issue, there's no way we're going to sell Rice. We just bought him. It's a mistake we have to live with for at least for another 2 or 3 seasons. Let's see how we can manage that. But we need at least 2 quality midfielders who have availability and quality. A striker is a must. And let's see what we can do with Jesus. For me, Jesus is looking finished. He has done his job from Jesus has taken us from one level to another level. Now he looks like he cannot be on the same level. It's time to evolve the team. And Zinchenko, if possible, can sell them. We sell them. I'm not saying let's keep all these players. I'm saying there has to be opportunity for us to sell these players. Because it's easy to see, we still have sales to Tavares, Lokonga, Tierney. There are a lot of sales have to go on this summer. We have to be ruthless. So I understand what the team, the Edu and the rest are going through this summer. And I understand why a lot of Arsenal fans are angry. I want a trophy desperately and badly. But I can see why it's tough. Man City are a tough team to compete with, and Liverpool to compete with, right? And the fact that we have some injuries we are not predicting, like the way that Partey was out for the season, we understand Partey was going to miss 1 or 2 or 3 weeks sometimes, but for him to be out for that stretch, nobody predicted that Partey is going to be out for that stretch. It happened. Nobody predicted that Timber is going to get injured at the beginning of the season. It happens. Jesus were thinking will kick on this season, but he did not. It happens. I don't blame the manager and his team for that. Sorry, sometimes luck is an important entity you need to have in winning. Like all the signal players for Man City and some teams that are winning, that have won the Premier League, like when Liverpool won the league, Mane, Salah, and Firmino hardly had any injury. How many injuries have we had this season? That's why I'm so passionate and angry when people want to stick it on Kai Havertz. I'm not saying Kai Havertz doesn't have a bit of a flaw, but he's the reason why we're seeing a title race. He's the reason. So don't come away with certain narrative. Let's look at the team objectively and look at how we can improve the team. The team visibly need at least 2 world-class players that we can buy, a striker and a midfielder. We need to bring in 2 genuinely world-class one striker, world-class striker, and a genuinely world-class midfielder. We need both. We desperately need both, because games like Bayern showed me that there's a gap in key areas that we need quality. That midfield yesterday, for me, was not just good enough. Nah. That midfield wasn't good enough for me. So we need to plug in those holes this coming summer. So it's disappointing. It's exhaustive. It's very annoying. But as fans, we just have to take it for now. This team is not as bad as a lot of people are painting it, or a lot of people are getting angry with it. It's not as bad. Once we add those qualities we need, things will work. How come we are thinking of buying a left-sided midfielder, also a striker? If according to you, Kai Havertz is good enough signing. Yeah, okay. I'll prove it to you. Kai Havertz can play multiple positions. See, even look, let's not play games. Man City have Bernardo Silva can play multiple positions for them, right? Alex Ferguson that won the league numerous times had had players who can play multiple positions. You need players who can play multiple positions in your squad, because when you have injuries, they can fill in and perform at a high level that doesn't drop below. Just say you hate Kai Havertz. Just say it. If you hate Kai Havertz, I'm not stopping you. That's your business. But you cannot tell me Arsenal season has plunged because of Kai Havertz. That's why I've never agreed with you, because it's the reason why you're in a and you cannot debunk that. The stats are there, the facts are there. Jesus wasn't leading the line, especially in the second half of the season. It was Kai Havertz that was in the line, making us score a lot of goals and continue to win games. The game with Liverpool that we won, without Kai Havertz, you don't win in that game. So, if you hate Kai Havertz, I'm not stopping you from hating Kai Havertz. I'm saying Kai Havertz is a good player who has kept us in title race. Kai Havertz is that player who gives you availability that you need. I don't care how great Jesus, I don't care how great any player is. If you don't have availability, you have nothing. You have nothing without availability. He's not always injured. He's always available to be picked and to play. Kai Havertz and Saliba has played the most games for Kai Havertz, Saliba, and Gabriel have played the most games for all this season. Durability and availability is very, very important. So stop the BS. Wisdom, I respect you, but on this one, you are waffling. You are just on the AFTV agenda train to just scapegoat Kai Havertz for the sake of scapegoating him, because you don't personally like him. I'm not saying you personally like him, but you cannot tell me it's the reason why we're not playing well. He is not the reason. He's not. Don't push this Chelsea agenda. It is not working. Not working for me. Come with something substantial. Come with something substantial. People say, "Oh, when he plays 8, we are bad." No, it is not the reason why we will play 8. The reason why it looks bad when we play 8 because you're 6. A lot of people can say that your 6 Declan Rice is piss poor because you bought for 100 million. You have to protect him at all costs, or because if you don't protect him, Chelsea fans and Man United fans will banter you. That's the reason why a lot of people are blindly protecting Rice, who has been poor, extremely poor this season, counting corners as assist. Who counts corners as assist? Really pathetic. Jorginho performed yesterday, went under the radar. He's one making forward passes, done like 8 times, and won the most ground drills. What the full replay? Thanks. I'm not saying Jorginho was bad, but we could do better because his lack of legs were obviously exploited. See, Jorginho lack of legs will be exploited by the team that are superior to the likes of Brighton. If Jorginho is playing in the Premiership against lower cadre team that we are obviously better than, you can actually subsidize his lack of legs. But when you are playing with teams with equal footing with you, his lack of legs will be exposed. And we saw it yesterday off the ball. He struggled. Even though he won some draws, he still struggled against the Bayern team because the Bayern team have individual players who have quality. And that's just a fact. As I said yesterday, squad days are our biggest issue. I don't trust majority of the players we have available on the bench. Injuries, among other things, cost us. Exactly. The quality on the bench and injuries are not helping. Jesus struggling since he came back from the injury. Fabio Vieira, same thing. Smith Rowe, the same thing. All these players who cannot guarantee you availability and quality, we need to let them go. That's why I hate you want to point to Kai Havertz. He is not the problem. You want to talk about Smith Rowe, who is in and out. You want to talk about him, right? Trossard, who is in. What did Trossard do when he came on yesterday? Trossard missed a glorious chance against Aston Villa. Nobody's talking about him, but let's focus on Kai Havertz and Zinchenko. It pisses me off. I'm saying the energy you give to Kai Havertz or Zinchenko, give it to Jesus. Give the same energy to Smith Rowe. Give the same energy to other players who are underperforming in the team. But no. I like Rice. I like Jesus. I won't criticize him. I'm not doing that. All players are equal before me. They are all mercenaries. Even though they claim to love the club, they can come and go. So that's it. Oh, so he's a bench player according to you. Jesus Christ. When did I say Kai Havertz is a bench player? Kai Havertz is that player who can play as a false 9 and can play as an 8. He's a player that is like a second striker. Now, some of you want to watch football a certain way. You want a traditional eight. He's not a traditional eight. He's that eight that plays like a second striker. And that's why they bought him. He can alternate. You can see Kai Havertz can do a defensive as a midfielder and can act as a second striker. And we've seen it. Jesus, last season when he brought him, when Jesus was playing as a how would I call it? The false nine position, it took him time to get to the box. But look at how Kai Havertz plays it effectively. The reason we saw the goal difference go up was Kai Havertz, because he wasn't taking the extra touches that Jesus was taking that was making defenders of the opposition to recover. Go and watch the games we scored a lot of goals in the second half of the season. It's a part of Kai Havertz. Efficiency, mobility, recovery. Not some guy who wants to take extra touches and do extra dribble that were needless. So watch the game before you criticize players. Now, if you don't like a particular player, that's on you. That's not my problem. You do you. But don't criticize them in hate and try to cover what they've done. Kai Havertz is the reason we're in a title race, and you know it. You know it, Wisdom. You know it. You're turning a blind eye, but you know it. Without Kai Havertz, we are not in a title race. We are not. We'll have fallen off long ago when Jesus got injured. Or was it Nketiah that won't keep you in title race? Oh, Nketiah would have kept you in title race. Now, you're saying he's a bench player. He's not a bench player. He can start. A lot of you don't see him as a starter. That's your problem. For me, Kai Havertz has done a fantastic job as 8 and 9. The problem is that there's a player in that team, when he has the majority of the ball, who is in the secret is Rice, who does not know how to find players in their position, and nobody wants to talk about it because we bought him for £100 million. So you have to protect him. You don't want to be bantered. That's the major problem of this team, and we are seeing the empirical evidence, we are denying it, is Rice. Because last year, Partey played the same position, we were fluid until he got injured. Partey played 6, and the team was fluid. We brought in Rice. He can't do the same thing Partey used to do. And we can see it, but we are going to deny it because we cannot afford to let opposition know that Rice is a flop or it's going to be a flop as a DM. I'm not saying he's a horrible player. For the system we play, Rice is a flop, 100%. I am saying it right now. For the system we play, Rice is a flop. Sometimes you get it wrong. The best managers get it wrong. We're seeing Pep buy what's his name? Mangala, who did not work. We're seeing Pep buy players who did not work, right? Arteta too has bought a huge, made a huge investment on Rice. Sorry, it's a flop. I'm calling it. So that's as much I can do today. Shout out to everybody that made it interesting. Even though me and Wisdom have a disagreement, I don't hate him. It's just part of passionate disagreement I can have on this channel. Shout out to Mr. Wisdom for making it interesting. Mr. Batman, shout out to you. Biggie Day, shout out to you. Frederick Essien, shout out to you for making it an interactive morning session live this morning. So guys, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. I have to prepare and go to work right now. I'll come here tomorrow. We'll have another conversation later tomorrow when I do my live. If we buy a world-class striker and a world-class left side midfielder, we can have us play. Yes, and I'll explain to that to you. I'll explain that to you tomorrow when we come on. So shout out to everybody that's making tracks. Is why we look worse than he is. It why we look worse than he is? I see. Watch the games and take away your affinity and love for Rice and watch objectively. Rice as a DM is limited, extremely limited. We've seen Partey. I'm giving an example. Partey plays as a DM. Look at the difference between Partey playing as a DM and Rice. It's colossal. It is huge. It's the reason why we are not as fluent as we used to be. So, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have to get ready and get to work right now. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.